especially in Washington, D.C. You got to be in the business of building partnerships, alliances.
Right.
And you got to get out of the business of trying to get credit. Like I really am not a big fan of, the only reason I'm doing this thing with you is because, you know, you want to talk to me and I can see how you want to talk to me, but normally I would say you should talk to some of the other players in the project. Everybody's heard from me.
You may have heard me say, mostly kidding, that at some point I will run for governor of the Douglas Commonwealth. That is down the road, to say the least. But in this episode today, I had the pleasure of walking with an actual elected leader, former Mayor Anthony Williams. He's the man who helped DC, as he says, restore respect for ourselves. He was instrumental in bringing to life some huge changes in the city, like, first of all, us paying our bills. Also, the Chinatown downtown revitalization, the Nats coming to Washington, and so many others. He shares his love for Washington and cities in general as we walk through downtown DC. And we got a sneak peek of the big plans for Union Station. Mayor Anthony Williams, 5th mayor of DC, between Marion Barry, Adrian Fenty, the guy who's credited with making sure we didn't go broke, bringing the Nats here, revitalizing downtown.
Yeah.
And the Washington Post at one point even called you funny.
Yeah, he's known for a sense of humor, yeah.
Like for your next trick, it's Union Station.
Yeah.
Which I think anyone who's been there recently can say it needs it. It needs a lot of love and it needs a lot of help. What's the plan there? What's the hopeful plan there?
My organization, the Federal City Council, built a coalition, got Union Station revitalized, and what you see is a revitalized Union Station.
Okay.
You're talking about Union Station needs work. You needed to see it before the second iteration.
That's true. There's the U.S. Capitol.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Just shake it for you, yeah.
I've always said when you walk past that kind of stuff and it's no longer cool, that's when it's time to leave.
When L'Enfant created the plan and the scale of the plan, you created all these view corridors, which is a great positive thing for Washington, D.C. now. You have all these great vistas, you know?
So when you see it, you're seeing it in the future. What does it look like to you?
When you're seeing it in the future, it's not so much what will change from looking at it from Mass Ave and here over from the Capitol. You'll go up the streetcar up H Street. You'll feel like you're going up a hill because it really won't be a bridge because you'll have development along both sides of that quote-unquote bridge. And when you get off at the top of the bridge, there'll be a whole public area there. If I were going to go on the bus, I would be welcome into the bus area. I'd be welcome into the train area. Again, there's no kids table and adults table anymore.
When does the naming start? Will it be the Joe Biden terminal? As you draw a hat? How do you decide what you're going to name something like that?
Well, my dream is that this will be a real legacy of President Biden, who's been a very, very consequential president. I think this would be a great legacy, yeah.
It's remarkable that you're on to the next project. You were mayor during 9/11. Any one of the things that you did, you could have been like, that's great. Speaking of moving to Florida, you could have been like, I'll see you later, y'all.
Yeah.
What keeps you in the game? What keeps you continuing to find new projects and do things?
Basically, I want to just work till I drop. I don't understand retirement. I don't really plan on retiring. You know, my parents were both working class. They both work in the post office. You know, the kinds of things that we do in the city, like parks and recreation, and you know, that made our life better. You know, the national government does, like the Forest Service, like Department of Agriculture, the Forest Service, or Department of Interior. You know, these are things that make life better for regular families. So if you can make a community better for regular families and kids, that's a great thing to do with your life, you know?
It truly is.
Unless I missed the memo, I don't know.
Well, I hope you don't drop anytime soon, because you're doing a lot of great work and you're fun to hang out with.
Well, fun talking to you, man.
Mayor Williams, the Washington Post is right. You are pretty funny.
Okay. Yeah, it's great talking to you, too.